Dear listener, ClockTower is intended for mature audiences and might be inappropriate or possibly triggering to some. Many of the themes and events in ClockTower are inspired by weird fiction as well as similar concepts, which means the show can get dark. If that isn't something you enjoy, please listen at your own discretion. We here at the ClockTower care about you, so please put your mental health first. Our show will be here when you're ready.
Welcome to Season 2 of ClockTower, a D&D 5e experience. To all our old and new listeners, we're excited to have you here with us. ClockTower is a D&D campaign turned audio drama, played with a custom class and a few house rules that we as a group collectively enjoy. If you find yourself getting a little lost, there's always older episodes to guide you back to the path. With all that said, I hope you enjoyed this episode, and welcome to the ClockTower. Small pieces of dust fall, and then small rocks, and then rubble that land with a crash down at various different parts of the cave floor as the tree's roots grow not only into the floor, but its branches start to hit the roof of the cave itself, start breaking off pieces of the cavern's roof itself. Skeleton King, climbing out of the rubble himself, seeing all of you engage deeply in battle and looking over at Donny, who is currently wrapped up in many roots as whatever this host of the Nightmare Tree tries to exact some form of eldritch revenge on the man who used to be a member of his own family. Skeleton King screams out, "Let go of my current... somewhere in my best friends list! Donny, my boy! I'll cast I cast gun!" As all of the skeletons in the doorway aim their guns through each other's rib cages, all around each other's shoulders, and just start to unload their Tommy guns into the bark and branches of this tree, which don't seem to do a whole lot on, each individual bullet. But the sheer amount of guns that are firing end up doing a total of 120 damage to the tree's bark, as Skeleton King uses his turn to command his army of skeletons, and you guys see that places where the bark's tree has broken off, it is bleeding this, starlight sap that is dripping to the ground, and as it drips to the ground, it looks like small embers of starlight are wisping off of it, as though if it were flame or ember.
After the roar of gunfire goes off, and I'm assuming in the brief moment when most of the skeletons plan to reload while the other ones look around, wondering what happened to their gun, Donny would like to say, yell out at them.
Aim for the man! Aim for him at the base of the trunk. You gotta take him out. He's the heart of the tree.
Skeleton King looks over as Donny is wrapped up in the roots, and then, sees the skeletons all reloading up top, as he looks up and goes, "Yes! Skeletons! And shoot there's a man, I guess, at the bottom of the tree! Not the man dressed in the coats and things! Not those guys! Not the clock people! The other man!"
The man that's a part of the tree!
Some of the skeletons aim at you, Donny.
Not me!
Is this a free action to do this?
Talking is generally a free action, yeah. What would you like to do? I think you can roll to try and get out of the...
I would like to... Donnie's going to instead holler out to them and say,
"I love you all very much, but you gotta... If you don't shoot the guy at the base of the tree, it's the man I've taught you to bring to me. You gotta shoot him. You gotta shoot him good. And if you don't, I'm gonna show you some real tough love."
I want to try to intimidate them.
Okay.
Into doing this.
All of the skeletons seem very determined now as they aim towards the base of the tree.
My boys.
Jaeger, it is your turn.
Jaeger is laying in the rubble still, fucking burned, scorched, and very much on his last legs. That initial shot, real bad. But he's going to lever his rifle back up to his shoulder again, close an eye just to get a decent shot, feathered the trigger, and then, all right, I don't know how long I'm still going to be here, but fucking good luck. And Jaeger's gonna fire a shot at the man at the base of the tree. Regular shot.
Regular shot, not a sharpshooter shot? You sure about that, Chief? Okay.
That's only going to be a 13 to hit for the first one.
Ooh, that hits.
So it hits?
It hits, yep.
All right. Okay, cool. Good. That's going to be 6 points of damage for the first one. And second attack, sharpshooter. Much better. 15 to hit.
That hits.
21 damage for the second attack. And with that, Jaeger's going to fire his 2 shots and goes, I'm pretty sure it's focused on me. Good luck. And with that, he's going to fucking like roll and like lay back prone on the ground again. Mostly because he can't really feel his legs.
It is now the Nightmare Tree's lair actions. This is a 30-foot radius around itself.
Okay.
And I believe that everybody is within that. So
it's 30 foot
everybody
wide.
now has to make a DC 22 wisdom save.
I got a 20.
Wow!
That's the only way I could have saved.
Holy shit. That's actually huge.
Yeah.
I got a 19.
Well, use a ClockTower dice.
Yeah, I was going to say, I use the ClockTower dice.
On Bink?
On big.
Okay.
Get another extra 3.
Which is 22.
22.
That hit, that saves.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Literally, Jaeger's like, I'm going to fucking die. Go!
Unfortunately, I got a 7.
I also got a 7.
Everyone who failed, I think I'm going to go around because it says the Twisted Nightmare Tree warps reality in a 30-foot radius around itself. Creatures within must succeed on a DC 22 wisdom save or be frightened until the end of their next turn.
Really quick 5E question.
Yes.
How do reactions work in a turn order? Can I only use those on my turn?
You can use a reaction at any time if it is something that like triggers the reaction.
Yeah.
Can I, as this thing begins to try and warp into my brain, grab the casing that held the seed that summoned Skeleton King and like hold it in hopes of some kind of otherworldly intervention?
I will let you roll for it.
You want to roll percentile?
Yeah, if you you need to get 15 and up.
Oh, just roll D20 then.
Yeah.
As he tries with the tips of his fingers to reach into the coat pocket.
Oh! Is that a
Natty
natural one? How bad is
Natty 1. 9.
Okay, I'm gonna get to Donny last then, real fast. So Barrett and Trinket both saved, right?
Yeah.
Correct.
Jaeger, you failed, and
Yep.
so did Sam.
Yes.
Okay, Jaeger, you see like all of a sudden you're laying and then you're falling,
Not again. Not again.
and as you like realize you don't have anything to like hold onto, you fucking fall into sand that's just like covering you all over the place, and you feel the like dry heat of the sun on your back, and you like feel a leaf blow and touch your face as you look up and you see a tree. That same tree that you saw so long ago in
Oh, God.
the strange lands between. And as you look up though, you see that there is no blue-haired person sitting under the tree. There is a skeleton that has grown so deep into the tree, and a rotting and like frayed jacket and hat lie twisted in its branches and in its bark as you realize that you're too late, that you may have always been too late.
No.
And Trinket behind you, you see Jaeger like start flailing around, screaming as he just like starts backing up into a wall, and like he throws his gun away and is just thrashing, screaming no. As Sam, you see Jaeger start to freak out, and then you look down and you see that both of your pocket watches are gone. That Reagan's pocket watch is gone. And as you look at it, you see that same blue light that cuts off all connection to the clock tower, and you feel so utterly alone. And as you look around, you see everyone else is gone. That you're standing with one life against this entire tree.
No, please. I just need more time.
Sam also like almost fucking walks, like backs up and is like up against the cave wall, like checking, like pulling stuff out of their pockets and just dropping it onto the floor. As Barrett, you see the like reality warp in front of you, and you see Grin standing before you as he goes, I'm so disappointed in you. I've always been disappointed in you. As you know, like deep down, you're like, this isn't Grin. Does Barrett say anything, or do you just like walk through the illusion?
Oh, easy. Walk through it. Don't even give it.
He doesn't even
acknowledge.
Almost in the exact same vein as if the tree is trying to like warp into whatever Trinket's biggest fears would be, you see that like there's just these weird images of your previous family, Trinket, in front of you as they're like not saying anything, and they are just staring at you as that same blue light starts to like leak out from them closer and closer to you, but you realize that it's not real.
Right. I take a quick look at them and then immediately realize and just look at the tree and kind of clench my axe a little harder.
Now I'm mad. Now it's personal. Donny, you reach in your pocket and you look for the bullet, and then you don't find it in your pockets, and you start trying to like move around. You see the roots start to like grow into you, and then you see Skeleton King like turn and look at you as he goes,
You're a loser, Donny. You've only ever been a loser, and we brought you here to die. No one will ever love you.
Ouch.
and you just feel that the roots are slowly like choking you to death. You like hear the dude at the base of the tree be like,
"This is what you fucking deserve, you worthless child!"
No, I tried it. It can't go like this.
That's its layer action. Sam, it's your turn. You're frightened. For the audience and for anybody who is not aware or needs a refresher, frightened. A frightened creature has disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of its fear is within line of sight. The creature can't willingly move closer to the source of its fear.
In that case, Sam looks up at the stairs, not seeing anybody, just seeing this empty space. Looks down at the tree, and looks down at the person below the tree. He's kind of crouched where they are, and in like almost a weird last-ditch effort, throw a glowing spark at, not the tree itself, but the actual human that's growing out of, and cast command on it, which is not technically a hostile action, and scream, "Stop!" Please make a DC 13 wisdom check. Wisdom save, I should say.
Okay, checks and saves are different.
Yeah.
And this is on the tree host, right?
Correct.
Oh, it got a 12 and it's got a...
Minus 3.
Oh, fuck. Okay. Well done, it fails.
And Sam yells out the word, "Stop."
Well, the treehouse can't stop growing a tree out of its back, but it can just kind of stop in
I
general.
would say, I was going to reflavor this as the actual, one of the things written in the spell is the word halt. I don't know if Sam would actually use the word halt, but
it's what they meant.
I'm gonna say that due to failing the command on its turn, it's not gonna take an action.
cool. And that's Sam's turn.
And the fear effect wears off because it's the end of your turn. It doesn't require you to make another save, it just ends. Which means you cast command through the fear, and then you look down and see that both pocket watches are right where they should be, and that all of your friends are still around you. But like, almost the lingering consequences of feeling that fear in the first place, you like, somewhere subconsciously you knew that like you're keeping Reagan's pocket watch safe, and that like, that means you could lose it.
Sam grabs Reagan's pocket watch in their offhand and looks down at Jaeger, who's still under the effects of this spell, and then to Trinket and Barrett pushing through like nothing happened, and whispers to themselves, I have to do this.
Sick. Barrett, it's your turn. You can move forward because you're not afraid.
Yeah.
You, in fact, move through the ghostly image of Grin like, pff, what a weak attempt.
Yeah, I'm pretty much just gonna hit this dude with my axes. Like, I have nothing really crazy cool, nothing complicated. It's a tree, I have axes, and a will to kill.
I would argue that Barrett, like, running through, leaping over, like, small tree branches and ducking under any, like, incoming defensive maneuvers away from the tree to just get at this dude at the base of it and hit him, like, haul off at him with 2 axes. It's pretty cool. Never underestimate how cool the actual, like, even if you're a fighter and you have extra attacks, like, no, you're doing a thing. Do you have any idea how hard sword fighting is?
Yeah.
That's a natural 20.
Oh my god! Barrett is
Now it's cool.
Dude, now it's personal.
You made my friend cry!
And for a second attack, 6 plus 6, 12.
Contest.
So roll it at 20 first.
All right.
Unless anybody's got a clock tower dice.
I used mine.
I use mine this round.
I have 1 left over, I think.
It's a DPS check anyway. Might as well.
Yeah, might as well. Definitely don't want to crush an orb.
You literally, if you use this clock tower dice, you will hit and it can't contest.
Oh, I hope I roll high.
So you roll 1.
Although if you had taken the contest and or you won, it would have been double crit.
Yeah, no.
Consistency.
15
That hits.
plus, yeah, whatever. Hits. Great, so I'm going to roll damage now. With
So
crit first.
2d8 plus 6 for the crit. So
Okay.
roll 2d8.
That's a 6. 8.
So 20.
3 plus, what was it, 1? 3. So 60. So 32 damage total.
Trinket, your turn.
Okay. I'm going to make the rest of the way to the man's, and I'm going to cut him up.
Okay.
I hope. 23 to hit.
All right, that hits.
8, and then do I mark him for death this turn?
Yeah.
Okay, so then next turn.
I was gonna ask if you had
because I
if he had
hadn't
hit you with
him
anything,
yet,
but the host like you could have marked the tree for death.
yeah.
but-
now I've hit the host though.
Yeah.
And that's who I'm marking for death.
Sick. And you said how much damage? 8?
8.
8. In that case, it is now the tree's turn.
No.
The Nightmare Tree, before its legendary actions, I'm gonna say it's going to use its primary action to fire Nightmare Star, and it's going to either shoot at Jaeger, who has done the most damage to it, or Donny, because the man hates him.
Give me that sweet, sweet stuff.
Above is going to be Donny, below is going to be Jaeger. Above. As Donny is like wrapped up in roots, one of the stars on the tree's bough starts to glow brighter and brighter, and then it fires out into Donny's direction. It got 19 total. Donny, you feel the roots constricting your every movement. You try to like get your hand to go to your pocket to like grab your switchblade as you're like,
You wanted me without a heart. You're not gonna be the one to take it.
and then the star glows brighter and brighter, and you can't quite reach your pocket, and you can't move, and you kind of like shift one shoulder to the left, another shoulder to the right, and then you feel like someone has just punched you in the chest really hard, and you just feel like all the air kind of knocked out from you, and you like, it's weird because it doesn't hurt that bad, and you're kind of like, what the fuck just happened? And then as you look down, you just see there's like this circular indent in your chest, like right where your heart should be. There's just a hole.
What a shitty hand.
Over your guys' shoulders, you see Donny kind of like slump for a second and then stop moving as the vines just like pull him tighter against the wall as Skeleton King goes, "No! Donny!" It now has layer actions that it gets to do after killing Donny. The Twisted Nightmare Tree releases a burst of energy in a 60-foot radius around itself. Each creature within the area must make a DC 22 dexterity saving throw. Woo!
There you go. What thing
That's
is it?
20, that
It's a
bitch.
dexterity save, so
Dex
you
save.
evasion
What's
and uncanny dodge.
Yeah, I'm gonna need
Okay.
So am I.
no dicks.
I also have 0 dex.
Option to the group for those that got hit. You want me to roll it, or you want to take the average?
Considering whatever you roll has been more.
It's been really bad. So do you want me to roll 68, or you want to take 27 damage?
I'll take 27. Easy.
I'm gonna get hit.
Yeah, that's just a fireball. I'll take average.
27 ran down, so it would be 26 and a half, right? So it'd be 13. And then since it's an odd number, you have to round down again. So instead of half of 13, it would be half of 12, so it's 6. You take 6 damage from this.
If you spend your reaction for anything.
So whoever failed to save, you guys have reduced it by evasion and uncanny dodge and taken a total of 6 damage, which means as the tree kind of hits the top of the cavern again and all of those stars start to glow and then start firing off in random directions instead of a solid dedicated shot, they just start landing and exploding in little pops of white starlight everywhere that most of you like fucking hit the deck or roll away from or try to like step out of the way as you take very minimal damage from all of the stars crashing down around you. Some of the skeletons up at the top get like absolutely fucking wrecked. And Skeleton Boss, no, he has a +3 to dex. He almost fucking made it. He takes a couple stars that hit him in the shoulder and knock him down a little bit. He's like, ow, fuck. That means it is the Nightmare Host's turn. It is commanded to stop, so it does. Does it make a save against that now?
Nope, it just ends.
Oh, sick. Okay.
That's it.
Well, then its turn got skipped. It's now Skeleton Boss's turn as he goes, no, Donny, I made a promise. And he turns back to, like, Trinket and Barrett, who are the closest ones to him, as he goes, you guys, my best friends, you gotta save Donny. You gotta do whatever weird shit you do and save him. Come on.
Can we? So our pocket watches are actually still functioning, right?
Yep.
They're still working fine.
Yep.
But if, with my knowledge of the scenario going on right now,
Right.
what would that mean if I were to
You
hit
are
reset?
pretty sure if you fucking hit the button before the time runs out, you can still reset normally.
Okay, and I wouldn't have to, like... Okay.
No.
Great. I'm willing. Are you? It depends on how we want to leave this world, doesn't it?
Right. We might be able to do this better next time.
Guaranteed.
Come on, guys! I made a promise. You gotta help a skeleton out. He's a really good dude.
We made one too, as I hold up the pocket watch and click it.
And then all of a sudden, all of you feel a crushing wave crash over you as suddenly you're back in the clock tower. And Jaeger, you go from seeing that image of what was left of Lily in the strange tree, and then you're back in the clock tower. And you realize now that that was fake. That was the nightmare tree pulling on your own nightmares and making you see shit like your worst fears. You didn't reset the mission and you didn't really hear Barrett ask the question because you were someplace else. But now you're all back in the clock tower.
I do a head check really quick.
All right, it looks like we're all here.
Jaeger's gonna like sort of snap back into himself and look around, and then he see they sitting on the couch and goes, "Fuck."
We made it pretty damn close, guys.
And he's gonna bury his face in his hands, and just it's a mixture actually of not only did he just see that very, very like vividly, but also now he doesn't feel as bad about losing Rock. When he first went into the mission, he hadn't sat on the couch after he
Oh, right.
So, I mean, pretty good for a first go around. It's gonna suck trying to go through all those conversations again the same way. I mean, a lot of that shit's like...
We're definitely not doing that at all.
Probably not. It's kind of how it works. We have to
All right,
do everything
everyone
else.
gather around. I'm going to show you something. As I step in front of the mirror, take note as I pull out pocket watch and start twisting the top knob.
You wind the pocket watch.
Wind it up.
And Sam, Jaeger, Trinket, you guys see the mirror start like looking through the surface of water image of the mirror starts to like fast forward through scenes as if it was like first person of your guys' experience all the way up as Barrett like twists it all the way and like kind of does it a little bit too much and it goes all the way to the point where you guys reset the mission from and Barrett kind of like and like starts to unwind it a little bit.
Almost here. I was thinking about here. What do you guys think? As we're looking into the mirror and we see Barrett and Trinket about trying to find the secret passage unlock for the kitchen.
Wait, pause. We can't just wind past this like we could just...
You've been doing it the hard way this whole time, haven't you?
Every single time we've had to race that fucking car.
Well, I assumed you learned something from it at least. You know, doing things the hard way, you do expose yourself to different scenarios a lot of the time.
We fell off so many cliffs and got blown up by so many fireballs.
And those lessons are learned the hardest. But they were learned, right? If we do it this way, it's all the same. Nothing has changed. Any regrets you may have, you're gonna have to hold.
Jaeger's still gotten up off the couch at this point. He's fucking like holding himself, like holding his head, has his hat off at his side, and is pacing and trying to fucking like find the right thing to say.
Take a seat on the couch.
And you guys want to turn, walk back, sit back on the couch, breathe, and stand back up and say, okay, look. Okay. We learned something new. And I'm still upset. Fuck it. Whatever. Let's go.
Does anybody have any suggestions? Any different times? So far, I think this is the most clean cut, straight to the point.
Yeah, I think this is good. But we definitely all just need to go straight for the guy.
I think we should possibly, I'm not sure if we should wait for the rest of the group and then maybe take a sneakier approach to this before this all grows out of hand.
Barrett, I have a quick question out of character to ask. You're going after you and Trinket assaulted the compound, right?
Yes.
Ooh, maybe we should go back.
I don't know. It's like kind of.
I just think it would be something Barrett would actually take into consideration after like all the missions.
We could do a little bit of the hard way again. It really wasn't that hard.
I mean, you guys didn't really, it's not like anybody died.
Is it
So
gonna benefit us?
It's not for us.
you did kill somebody, didn't you?
Feel bad about that guy, huh?
I feel bad about that guy.
We could probably do the same thing without killing that guy. But basically do the exact same thing. I feel like getting in there and getting them all out of the way first was great. And if we wait, the army is definitely going to kill them.
We could also talk to them right off the bat this time. It seemed to work.
We could just run right in.
Yeah.
How did you guys get in the first place?
With a rock, technically. There's an opening on the left side of the fence. Crawled under, used a silence spell, made our way to the front.
You cast a silence spell?
As I jingle a little ring that's currently hanging on my pocket watch, thanks to Grin.
Could you show me that? I can't cast a silence spell.
Sure. I only just learned it on the spot, but
That's most magic.
So, thought process, just show Sam now, and then I think if you sit on the couch, you just get all your magical abilities back, right?
Yeah, most of the time. I mean, I can even do it in Worlds too. I just need to sit there for like 30 minutes.
yeah, it's pretty simple. If I can do it, you can do it.
All right. If you guys want to try and sneak through the compound again, that means we'll just head over to where Skill Boss and Donny is, round to the people, and then try and meet you as you're at the gates.
It would be wise to maybe give ourselves a little more headroom on this one. Maybe not getting it so close to the front door, but you know what I mean. Yeah, I think there's some things we should probably do back again since we have the opportunity to.
All right, then. So, we'll say we give ourselves, an extra 2 hours? Something like that?
Judging from your guys' memory, if you and Trinket start from right when you have already gotten inside the compound from that episode, that means that as you guys are entering the compound, Sam and Jaeger are racing hamsters.
Here, let's try this as I rewind it back to about roughly the time of you guys. Were you guys betting on hamsters? What is that? As I'm looking into the mirror and peering, I don't want to know.
So
Never mind.
We had time.
You have time. I see.
Do we want to meet up sooner at the compound and maybe leave the Skeleton King in the dark a little bit on this one?
Those skeletons seemed pretty helpful with
That
that
fusillade
bark.
was kind of nice.
So then you guys need to get them to come to us. If we're more careful, they won't hear the gunshots.
Yeah, I think that's a good plan. Plus, now that we know you're actually doing that, we can get things moving a bit faster.
Well, we didn't even know we were doing it at the time.
That's true. I didn't think I was going to lose the hamster race either, but
Yeah. Damn it, dice.
All right.
Are you still carrying the hamsters?
I don't... Sam,
They're on the shelf.
I have been going back and forth with myself on this one so fucking much because I really wanted the hamsters to be on the table.
To be fair-
part of my heart of hearts just wants the hamsters to
Go
be
for
there.
it.
But I think that since D&D exists and Talk to Animals exists, that on some levels the hamsters are sentient creatures and they're not back in the clock tower with you.
you do
Unfortunately. So
Going
Sam-
back to the point of infiltration and hamster races, and shots have not been fired, fireworks have not been let off yet, and
guys have just cut down the
Donny
door.
and Skeleton Boss are chit-chatting away elsewhere.
all right. Barrett winds his pocket watch, dialing in the exact moment that Trinket and Barrett have just crawled under the gate and gotten into the compound, while elsewhere across the city, Sam and Jaeger are in the heated event of hamster races, and you all, once again, walk through the mirror. I can do it in one take. I believe in me. Hey, Ellie again, back with the newest ClockTower updates. So for everyone listening to this early on Patreon, we are unfortunately unable to release Shattered Mirror Sam yet, as due to a complex production issue, it is currently locked away on a hard drive and it refuses to leave. As you might guess, that also means that the side story is going to be delayed this month. So for everyone listening to it when this comes out publicly or on Patreon, we're really sorry. We're going to try and get a side story to you as soon as we can. It's just, it's a small production. It's Cal and I doing all of the editing. In other news, Wasteland Weekend is coming up on the horizon at the end of September. We historically have always taken a hiatus around that time of the year because managing ClockTower and all of our Wasteland prep at the same time is a Herculean effort, and we just... it's a lot. We're not sure. We haven't decided yet if we're going to be taking a hiatus this year, but it's likely. Lastly, some good news. We've been making progress on the animation. I know I keep saying that, but like for real, we have a rigged model of Reagan. You can go on the Discord and see it wink at you. Next up, get that boy some clothes. Yep. Okay, on to the credits before this gets any longer. If you would like to work with us or collaborate in any way, contact us through the Contact Us section of our website, ClockTowerAgent.com. Barrett was played by Bink. Sam was played by Cal. Trinket was played by Kball. Jaeger was played by Trent. Donny was played by Valik. And I, Ellinthris, was your DM. The voice of our disclaimer was Valik Donahew. You can check out all of his work at patreon.com/themadlanddreamer. All music from Season 1 of ClockTower that we reuse in Season 2 of ClockTower was made by Who's Music. If you would like your own D&D music commissioned, you can contact them and find all of their work through linktree/whos.music, or find it in the description below. Thanks, Who's. Thank you to our editing team and Cal for making the episodes what they are. Thank you to our sponsor, Alpha Lupine Images, for donating the equipment to help us make more content with better quality. And thank you again for listening. ClockTower Season 2, Episode 17 will be out for all of our early episode patrons on August 11th, and will release publicly on August 18th. Until the watch party will be the Saturday after the 18th, which would be August 19th. And until then, time's ticking. See you in the ClockTower.